What happens when one of the richest men in the world walks into a small cafe, not as himself, but dressed as someone society often overlooks? Have you ever felt the need to completely escape from reality? This story is not just about a billionaire's social experiment. It's about what it revealed about people, businesses, and the way we treat one another. But here's the question. Would you recognize Elon Musk if he were sitting right next to you, dressed as someone down on their luck? Stick around, because this story will make you think twice. Before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share your thoughts in the comments. What would you have done in this situation? Picture this, a bustling cafe in the heart of San Francisco, where tech startups and everyday hustle collide. The cafe isn't fancy, but it's known for its great coffee and warm atmosphere. Its customers range from students typing furiously on laptops to workers on their lunch breaks. One morning, as the cafe opened its doors, a man walked in. He looked worn out, with scruffy clothes, a beanie pulled low, and a backpack that had clearly seen better days. He hesitated before stepping inside, looking around cautiously, as if unsure he belonged. What the staff and customers didn't know was that this wasn't just any man. This was Elon Musk, the billionaire entrepreneur in disguise. Why was he there? To test something far deeper than the taste of the coffee. Elon's goal was simple: to see how the cafe would treat someone who didn't fit the typical customer profile. He wanted to test the cafe's culture, their kindness, and whether their values matched their marketing slogans plastered on the walls. As Elon approached the counter, the barista gave him a quick glance, her smile fading slightly. "Can I help you?" she asked, her tone neutral but lacking warmth. Elon fumbled in his pocket, pulling out a crumpled dollar bill and some loose coins. "What can I get for this?" he asked, his voice quiet. The barista hesitated, looking over her shoulder at her manager. The manager, a middle-aged man with sharp eyes, stepped over and took one look at Elon. "We don't do discounts," he said bluntly. Elon nodded, pretending to count his coins again, as other customers in line began to shuffle impatiently. The atmosphere in the cafe shifted. Some customers looked away, pretending not to notice. Others whispered among themselves, exchanging glances. One man in a suit sighed audibly and muttered, "Why let people like that in here?" But not everyone reacted poorly. A young woman sitting near the window watched the interaction closely. Her face showed concern, but she didn't step in. Yet Elon, still playing his role, stepped aside, mumbling, "Sorry for wasting your time." He moved to a small table in the corner and sat down, his head low. He pulled out an old notebook and began scribbling, pretending to be busy. After a few minutes, something surprising happened. The young woman from the window approached him, holding a coffee cup. "Here," she said softly, placing it on the table. "I hope this helps." Elon looked up, his expression a mix of gratitude and surprise. He nodded and whispered, "Thank you." But not everyone in the cafe was as kind. The manager, noticing the interaction, walked over to the woman. "You can't just hand out free stuff," he said sharply. "This isn't a charity." The woman defended her actions, saying, "He's just a person, like you or me. If you can't afford to lose one coffee, maybe you shouldn't be in business." The room went silent. Customers exchanged glances, some embarrassed, others thoughtful. Elon watched it all unfold, taking mental notes. After an hour of observing, Elon decided it was time to end the experiment. He stood up, walked back to the counter, and removed his beanie. The manager's jaw dropped as recognition set in. "You're Elon Musk?" he stammered. The barista froze, her eyes wide with shock. Elon nodded and said, "Yes. And today, I came here to see how you treat people when you don't know who they are." The room was dead silent, every customer now glued to the scene. Elon continued, "This cafe claims to value community and kindness, but what I saw was a mixed bag. Some of you showed compassion, others showed indifference, or worse." He turned to the young woman who had bought him the coffee. "You, however, reminded me that small acts of kindness can make a big difference. Thank you for that." She blushed, clearly overwhelmed by the attention. Before leaving, Elon addressed the entire cafe. This isn't just about a cup of coffee or how you treat one person. It's about how we, as a society, treat each other. It's easy to be kind to someone who looks like they have it all together. The real test is how you treat someone who doesn't. The customers and staff were left in stunned silence as Elon walked out. The young woman followed shortly after, carrying her belongings, her head held high. This story is more than just an experiment by a billionaire. It's a reminder that our actions, big or small, reveal who we truly are. If you were in that cafe, what would you have done? Would you have shown kindness or turned away? Let us know in the comments below. And if this story moved you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking stories. Thank you for watching, and remember, kindness costs nothing but can change everything.